Yes, that's right. It's Joe here for Joyrider TV. Race 1, day 1, Hobie 14 North American Championships. And we have got 1 minute 20 to go to the start. The hungry pack are coming in from above. My main strategy is just not to let the boat stop. So it seems that it's a bad thing to do. 1 minute to go. I think these guys are all going to bear down the line. They're all hungry for the pin. 45 seconds. All right, we're looking a little bit second row here. Might just have to creep up a little bit. We've got a touch of tide against us, which is helping to keep us behind the line. 25 seconds, just hooking on. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Got Dan from Canada just below. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, pretty clean. Need more speed. Okay. Yeah, pretty happy with that start. Just use a little bit more juice. Yeah, Dan's going a bit deeper. And I'm using Dan as an example because he's good and he's done a lot of this. So don't try to point too high. It's quite tricky. I don't feel like I could control the boat quite as well if I'm sat on it. And if I get a puff, can't really take advantage quite so well. All right, a lot of little buoys out on the race courses, some sort of fishing hazards. Yeah, but not bad. Nice breeze, probably just over 10 knots in the gusts. Yeah, if we get into a band of wind, yeah, the tack isn't looking too available because there's quite a few boats in that kind of area where I would be tacking into, and the cross isn't there just yet. Just getting headed slightly, but more wind as we go across. Three laps of the course in this race. Hit this next line of wind and then go for the tack, I think. Coming in off the trapeze just there. All right. Okay, first tack did not go well. That's it. Very poor. Did go out and practice an absolute ton of tacks yesterday. Yeah, so there it goes. One bad tack and you are done. All right. But time to start fighting back. Whoa, that's cool. Little flyby there from the Air Force. Although the tack was bad, it was a good time to tack. When we get to the windward mark, we should be right in the sweet spot. Hopefully there won't be too many boats coming down on starboard. Bit murky today in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, USA. Don't think it's going to get any less murky, but it might get a bit windier as the day progresses. As I said, this is race number 1. They're aiming to do 4 or 5 races each day over 3 days. So hopefully my skills will improve over the 3 days. God, if they don't, I'll be disappointed. Yeah, out in front there's Jason Sanchez with the grey mainsail, 2 times national champion. And this is actually one of his spare boats that I'm using. He certainly seems to have the 14 absolutely dialed down. I think he'll be looking to put his tack in fairly soon. Right, so first boat's just going around the windward mark now. Might even come in there. Just haven't quite got the wind for this. Yeah, so I think we'll slot in here, not too much traffic coming down. If we can get a half decent tack. Of course, the tide is pushing us back against the buoy. All right, we've just got 255 who we might have to duck. Yeah, we go for the duck. Okay, better. Yes, we got round a tack. I think I'm going to celebrate every time I tack without stalling. Okay, and then what I've learned is on the 14, we just sail straight downwind. All right, so off we go. Traveller out. Straight downwind. Pull this line on. That is cool. That is very cool. Okay, so I think we're just inside the top 10. And I think, you know, it's a realistic goal for this competition. If I can finish in the top 10, be pretty happy. Haven't got too much of a clue what I'm doing. Oh, just losing a bit of breeze there. A little bit of chop, just enough to hold us up if we're sitting on an upward slope for too long. So there is a gate at the bottom rather than a single leeward mark, which does of course bring in the difficulty of choice. I'm kind of thinking that probably going around the left-hand gate and just going for a one tack beat, seeing as tacks can take up to 12 minutes on this small boat. Reducing the amount of tacks might be a good strategy. Don't want to leave our jibe too late, of course. Yeah, I think we'll go there. Yeah, we came out of that jibe with some good speed. Sheeting out a bit more. Okay, it's really knife edge stuff, just trying to stay on the downslope of these small bits of chop. This is really a brave new world for me, having, you know, to sail a boat this small. These small bits of chop do have a much greater significance than on the bigger boats that I'm used to. What am I on? Port tack or up better jibe? Sorry, got busy, carried away chatting. All right, we do come out of the jibes with quite a good bit of pace. Yes, it does seem that going very, very deep, although counterintuitive, does seem to work. Just letting off my, what they call it, flopper stopper. Ready for the upwind. So I've got rights here coming into the buoy. Traveller in preparation. All right, red rudders is jibing to go out to sea. All right, so we'll see where he ends up. Okay, and there we are, one lap done. 2 to go in this race 1 of the North American Championships. See if I could stretch my legs. Very strange also to be racing single-handed. Maybe that's why it's so much friendlier in the class between boats, because no one's got their crew to hang out with. So everyone just hangs out with each other. It's nice. Good vibe. Yeah, it's probably the friendliest bunch of people I've ever met, in fact. I'm sure all that could come to a crushing halt after a dirty port and starboard incident or something, but let's not put that to the test. All right, so I'm leaving it down to sort of artistic license to cut bits of this out because they are a little bit samey for the video. So at any time, might have done it already, I don't know, haven't edited it yet, but at any time might forward wind to a slightly later part of this race, just to keep it a bit more interesting. From my pre-start assessments, did seem that there was similar wind but flatter water over on this left-hand side. And if I could just get around the tacks, so currently on a 50% success rate, which I really want to push that number up significantly. Oh dear. Okay, at this time it's more sensitive just to say nothing about such events that can really ruin someone's day. All right, so we're going to go pretty soon. It's a nice bit of wind to tack into. Yeah, I think by the time we're through, we'll be out of this dirty wind. All right, so here we go. Okay, just managed to get going before a port and starboard incident there. So, well done, boat. I'd call that yeah, I think that was all right. Not the best. Okay, similar position to the last upwind. I think in terms of where we are in the fleet, it's just the fleet is much more spread out now, of course. There's been a pack go over to the right who are, you know, they're looking a little bit dangerous, but of course going out there, much more difficult to judge the ley line when they go for the tack. Oh, some sweet breeze here. This has got to be 11 knots. That is what we're looking for, the mustard. Oh yeah, she's just picking up a bit. Just try and let it run. I'm going to try not to, got a tendency to squeeze the main sheet in perhaps a little bit too much as soon as I get a gust. So I'll just try to avoid doing that. All right, so we're on port tack. These guys are on starboard. What are they going to do? Okay, and this time we're going super deep. All right, whew. All right, so we made the tack. That was a high stress maneuver. Unfortunately, the boat that was going on the inside caught the buoy, but we'd completed our tack before he was anywhere near to us, so we're okay. No chance of the red flag coming out there. All right, and we're in front of the red rudders, which was our marker. So we were together at the gate last time. He went left, we went right. So I'm quite happy with that decision. I do like it being a bit easier to gauge the ley line. Like if you tacked too soon on one of these for the ley line, oh my gosh, that would be painful, having to do another 2 tacks. Oh, I've got to pull on my flopper stopper. All right, flopper stopper engaged. The flopper stopper is basically a bit of string going from here to the front, pulls on the forestay, stops the rig from slopping about. Being a somewhat of a noob in the sailing dead downwind class, don't know whether you should just bang the main sheet off as much as possible so that the sail goes right up against the shrouds. Put it in the comments below if you still happen to be watching. Yeah, I'd quite like to know, do you let it go up against the shrouds or do you keep it just off? this actually a shortened course and we're going for the finish. Well, that'd be good. That means we could bank a fairly decent position. Might just have to drop the sun gods just so I can yeah, that's a shortened course. All right. Just with this haze, not very sunny, quite difficult to see the colour of that flag with the glasses on. All right, so there it is. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there it is, 7th place in the first race. Hold on, let's pull it. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get out of the way. Yeah, so there we go. That was a 40-minute race. Finished 7th. Very happy with that in my first race. So I think, yeah, see you on the race course the next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon with some more from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Woohoo!